This time we're going to be talking about the top 5 shows, attractions, rides at Disney World. And people will have with me, and again, I'm outgunned because these guys have done Disney a lot more than I have. Well, we'll start with Katie. How many times have you been to Disney World?
16 or 17.
Okay.
I lost count.
And Alyssa?
I just got back from my 40th trip last week.
40th trip, and I've been there probably 8, 9 or so times, but again, nothing like these guys. But anyway, this and one of the reasons we're doing this list is Alyssa very sweetly sent out an email to our whole team giving some of her thoughts about Disney World, and I realized that the things that she highlighted on that list weren't on my things that I think are so great. So maybe she's changed her list since then, but I have no idea what's on their list and what was on my list, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to kick off if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 5, and this is one probably not on your list at all. Last time I was there for 1 day, and despite the short amount of time, my kids did this attraction, I think 4 or 5 times, and it is Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. And I was in it one time with them, and it's hilarious. And of course, it's happening live. I think you have someone, that's seeing what's happening, but it's actually what's it? Mike? Is that what's the monster's name?
Mike was awesome.
Yeah. So he's the one allegedly talking. Of course, it's a stand-up comedian somewhere who can see the reaction of the audience. But talking about kids, the shows were different every time. It's all improv. It's all feeding off the audience. Huge fun. My kids did it constantly, and it was really funny when I did it too. So that's my number 5.
Have you ever been selected as one of the people they highlight and make fun of?
No. Trey was, but no, I got out of there before they did that to me.
Man. Okay, my number 5 is Splash Mountain. I think this is a super classic Disney ride. It's only my top 5 because I think I have other rides I like so much more, but this one, it's one of the longest rides in Disney too. I don't remember how long exactly it is, but you get good bang for waiting in line. And then the drop is just crazy. So yeah, Splash Mountain is my number 5.
So when we were talking about this, we haven't shared lists, but y'all were mentioning to me yesterday that there may be things on your list that you're putting on there because people need to do them, but they're not your favorites. So did y'all decide that we're going to do it? Which way are you doing it?
I'm picking my personal favorites,
okay.
not ones.
Mine too.
Okay, and then at the end you're going to mention some things that you should probably also do X, Y, Z if they haven't been brought up.
Absolutely.
All right. What's your number 5?
My number 5. I feel like I don't remember. Okay, my number 5 is Spaceship Earth. Some people don't know, even if they've been to Disney, that golf ball looking thing in Epcot actually has a ride inside. Spaceship Earth, it's kind of like the history of the world, which sounds really nerdy, but I've always liked it. They take you from ancient Egypt through Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel, and then some possibilities of technology in the future. It's kind of slow. It's narrated by Judi Dench, so you have some nice vocals behind you. Yeah, Judi Dench, you hear her melodious voice. But I've always liked it. And for those who do love this cult classic, the smell of Rome burning is everything. It is.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
That is cool. Number 4. What you got for number 4?
Mine is Spaceship Earth.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to go on it every time, and it's just like a slow ride, and it's nice and relaxing, and yeah, it's just a solid.
I think it's always my last ride when I'm there too.
Yeah, and there's never that long of a line.
I was about to bring that up. When I first went to Epcot back in the day, y'all weren't even born probably, and it was a line then.
Yeah.
It was a serious line, but now you can walk right up to it typically and get on.
Spaceship Earth, I forgot to mention this, but Spaceship Earth, when it was first opened, I'm old enough to remember the original ending. They've since changed it. But it cracks me up. Every time I FaceTime, I think of the original ending where they had this little boy somewhere in America talking on a computer over a screen to a girl in Japan. Like, oh, in the future, this is how you'll be able to talk to people. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm doing it. I'm living for Spaceship Earth.
Even better, because now you're doing it on the little
Walt
portable
Disney
one.
knew, so yeah.
Absolutely. Your number 4.
My number 4, mine is Pirates of the Caribbean, another classic Disney ride. I think it has just enough thrill for people who can't do all of the roller coasters. There's that one drop in the beginning, which is always fun, just long enough. But I've always liked Pirates of the Caribbean. When I was a kid, it really scared me a lot. The firefight scene between the ship and the little town. But I could ride that over and over, and I think I have quite a few times.
I have a weird fun fact on that one real quick.
Yeah.
Go for
I
it.
heard, I don't 100% know this is true, but that they use human hair on one of the animatronics.
Is it the guy with the
because-
leg?
Yeah, that hangs down because it's close enough to like tell the difference.
That's so, my dad
That's really great.
loves that part, because there's this one part where you're going under a bridge and the guy has a muddy foot and he's supposed to be drunk, the pirate, and he's got his leg hanging over, and you look up and, I mean, the details are perfect,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't be surprised.
The other thing I have heard is that there is and boy, I don't know the exact number, and I'm sure you can look it up, but there are like 3 Jack Sparrows in the ride. If you see 4, it means it's Johnny Depp's. Every now and then he shows up, and just for fun. So if you see 4, one of them was Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
No one.
So that ride, it's been a while since I did it. Have they updated it?
They
some?
actually,
recently.
it's, I don't know if it's still closed. I think they may have just reopened it. They were updating it. There was this one scene where they were auctioning off brides.
Yes.
And with everything going on, they decided that's not appropriate anymore. So good for them. So they've updated it so that, I can't quite, I think it's, so there's this one line where they go, "We want the redhead." The pirates want this woman with the red hair and the red dress. She, instead of being auctioned off now, is leading. She's a pirate, and she is leading the entire auction. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, my number 4 is Finding Nemo, the musical. It's really fun. They do it really well. The singing's great, and I like performance-based stuff, and so you'll see that with more stuff on the list. But it's just really feel good, and also, with as much walking around, it's a good time to sit down, chill, especially in the summer, get cool. But it's a lot of fun. Great performance. I really like that one. Number 3.
I know I'm alone on this
Uh-oh.
one. So my number 3 is the movie that they play in the French Pavilion, Impressions de France. I think not too many people know that in most of the countries in the World Showcase, they either have a movie or some kind of ride. Norway has a ride, Mexico has a ride, Japan, Canada, France, they have movies. China has a movie. And the movie in France, it's about 15 minutes long. They play it every half hour. There are seats, so you can sit down. There's air conditioning. I think that's probably how we first went on it, just to escape the heat in the summer. But it's wonderful. The screen is 180 degrees around you. They have scenes of Paris and Mont Saint-Michel and Versailles, and the music, it's all French composers, so you have Ravel and Debussy and Saint-Saëns. And I could sit there and watch it all day long. I love it. And I think as a kid, just seeing all of those scenes of these canals in France and the beach in Normandy, I think that's part of what kind of pushed me into wanting to travel and opening up my horizons to the world out there. It's one of my favorite things. I love it.
I think it says a lot about us that Katie goes to the French Pavilion for the culture, and I've only been there for the eclairs. I didn't even know they had a movie, so I'm typically hit the pastry when I'm there. Okay, so that was your number 3.
Yes.
My number 3 is Soarin', and it used to be. This is a ride where you kind of where you are sitting, but it goes up and it feels like you're flying. A huge screen. They put some wind in your face. It used to be about California. Now it's about all over the world, and it really is a lot of fun. I think of everything on my list, this is the one you have a problem with line-wise. Maybe one more is a different kind of line, but plan ahead if you do this one, because you might want to use your fast pass for this. But it's a fantastic ride.
It is.
Do you like it?
I love Soarin'.
You do?
Love it. Even people that are afraid of heights, they usually can
Do you like it?
I love Soarin'.
I mean, I know you don't like the roller coaster type stuff,
I
right?
can't do roller coasters.
But you're okay on that.
I'm
How
good
about,
on
do you do
Soarin'.
roller coasters? Okay, so you like it. Okay, good.
Yeah. My number 3 is Pandora Flight of Passage, which is a new ride in Animal Kingdom. They just opened up the Pandora land from Avatar. And there are 2 rides. There's the Rivers of Navi, I think is how you say it. That's kind of slower. And then this one is like a flight simulator kind of thing like Philip's talking about, where you're first sitting down and then the screen is what's really bringing you through the ride. So you're sitting in what looks like almost like a little motorcycle that's grounded to the floor. And what you're doing is the backstory is they match your DNA to a banshee, which is like the flying
Right.
guys or whatever.
Right.
and then you fly through Pandora, and it is just it just overtakes like all of your senses because the chair is moving. It has like these beating things that go against your legs, so it feels like you like feel the heartbeat of a banshee while you're riding. You wear 3D glasses, and it just is so incredible to like the senses and the smells. So I've never experienced anything like that. It's really unique.
When did that open?
Like
May.
Yeah.
I haven't
May.
seen that, so
Yeah,
I mean,
the
it's likely to be on my list but I haven't been there since then.
I was in Disney World in September, and the fast passes were sold out instantly. We couldn't get one, and then when we were in the Animal Kingdom that day, the line was about 3 hours.
We waited 4 hours our second
Did you
time doing
really?
it. The first time we waited 2.5 hours, and I actually thought it was worth it, and I never wait in lines. Like, I'm such a line snob. Then we waited 4 hours the second time. It wasn't worth 4 hours. It probably isn't worth 2 hours to me anymore, but it's nuts.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's gonna be big on my list.
So,
Okay.
fast pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. I think it's me. My turn for number 2. Okay. So here's the deal. Right now, if I were going to Disney World and you told me I could do one thing only, I would do this. So, you're saying, so why isn't you number 1? The reason is, number 1, you need to do it once at least. But this one I could do every day. And again, it's a performance thing. I love the Festival of the Lion King. I like theater. I like going to musicals. You can go to this thing, and it is Broadway caliber voices, and they're basically singing there's a little story with it, but it's basically singing all the hits from Lion King live. And these people have got some serious voices. So people complain sometimes about the price of admission for Disney World, the ticket cost. Compare it to Broadway. Throw it in. You're getting the Broadway performance for free, and then you can ride other things at the same time. Just without a doubt, the best performance I've seen. Anything outside of Broadway or West End is going to be these people that sing the Lion King stuff.
Yeah, that's so good.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is a ride that I could go on over and over and over and over and over again. It's the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. And so,
Trey loves that.
So much
it's my
fun.
favorite. I have yet to max out.
I maxed it out.
I almost did. I was like 40,000 away this last trip. I was at like 960,000. But yeah, I could go on this over and over again. You're in a little cart with a shooter, and you have to shoot the Z targets. That stands for. Does it stand for Zerg? I don't know.
Zerg, yeah.
Yeah, Zerg.
And so, in order to max it out, you have to you have to know which targets are like the highest scoring ones, and there's some that are 100,000 if you hit it right in the center. So that first room when you're going in, there's a giant orange robot to your left. You want to try to hit the inside of his hand. There's a target there, and it's 100,000. So get that one. Then in the second to last room, there's a spaceship with Zerg on it. The bottom of his spaceship is 100,000 too. So those are your 2 that you just need to like focus in on. The rest is gravy. So at least as far as I haven't maxed out, so I guess like I'm probably missing some.
In full disclosure, when I was on it and I maxed it out, the ride stopped and they let you
Cheater.
keep playing. They don't do that anymore, but I was like, yes, I did it.
It still counts.
It still counts.
So if you max it out, do you get a little card or anything, or is it just bragging rights?
Bragging rights.
Okay.
I mean, she's bragging about it.
But yeah, I told you with my number 5, Trey did it several times. I don't know how many times in an earlier trip he did that ride. He loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And that's another one you'll want to fast pass for because the line
Really?
can be long. Yes.
Is it really?
Depends.
Because
Well-
it's not a new ride.
It's not a new ride. If you're there for extra magic hours or for one of the after hours like Very Merry Christmas Party or the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, then you can pretty much get on within 5 minutes. But during the day,
Otherwise, it's hard.
I think you do generally want to fast pass.
Okay. Number 2. I think
My
you're
number 2. Yes. Mine is Soarin'.
Oh,
I really like Soarin'. I think it's a really unique ride. Your feet get to dangle. You mentioned they've got the wind blowing at you. They actually pipe in scents too. So you fly over a forest and you smell pine. You fly over the ocean and somehow it smells oceany. So I think that is a lot of fun. And it's just unlike anything that you will see at another park. You mentioned that you want to fast pass for that ride. You do. And they've recently updated the line. I was there in September, like I said. So they have trivia that you can play. You text in
Oh,
your answers
nice.
from your phone. And so you can play trivia along, and people are on different teams, and you're competing, and it was a lot of fun. It kept us occupied while we were waiting. So
That's
I liked
fantastic.
it.
Fantastic. What's your number one?
My number one is similar to Buzz Lightyear. I really like these competitive games, and this one I could do a million times too, but the line is ridiculous. It's the Toy Story Midway Mania. Again, you're sitting in a cart, you're shooting at targets, and you have like a little thing that you pull, like a...
It looks like a cannon, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Kid
looks like a
cannon.
cannon.
Yeah.
And so my insider tip on this one is they have a practice round in the beginning where you don't score points. Don't play because you're going to wear out your arm and you're going to lose that later. So in the beginning, everyone's like, oh, this is so fun. And I'm like, just wait. So, yep.
Fantastic. What's your number one?
My number one's also Toy Story Midway Mania.
Oh, good grief.
It is the only ride I have ever waited in line for. I stood in line for me, it's a long time, an hour.
Yeah.
It's the only one. It was worth it. I love that ride. That's a ride you definitely want a fast pass for. But you have 3D glasses, unlike Buzz Lightyear where you steer the car yourself. This one, it kind of steers it for you, so it'll whip you around turns quickly. It's in 3D. If you hit certain targets, they like blow a gush of air at you. Like it's just like woo, and it's, I mean, I actively yell during that ride. It's so much fun. I'm whooping and hollering, and yeah, that's my favorite.
We need to ride together. And
Oh
see
my
how we
gosh.
do.
gosh.
Yeah, and it is competitive, but it's so much fun. And the line, even though they do have a long line, they've done a really good job of making it really interesting. So it's almost like you're in Andy's room as one of the Toy Story characters. So there are huge game boards around, like Chutes and Ladders and Jacks and the little army men and everything. So it's a pretty cool set, I'll say, that you walk through.
Nice. My number one is not that. And again, yeah, I'm probably gonna get the cheesy alert here. Y'all gonna go. But my number one is Fantasmic. And so it is over at it used to be called MGM. It's called now
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios. And so this is a show in the evening, and it really is fantastic. Now, when the first time I did it, I ended up going like 2.5 hours early to save seats, and while the kids and my wife went and did things. If I'm doing it again, and this is one that you do it one time, maybe twice, and then you're probably done. There are some restaurants where you can go eat in the restaurants, and they have reserved areas for you. I think I'd do that. Brown Derby's one. Do you know off the top of your head who else does that? Or
Roses?
What
Mama Melroses?
Yeah, Mama Melrose does.
Hollywood and Vine?
Hollywood and Vine, I
yeah.
was going to say, yeah.
So anyway, so that's the way to do it. It's a little bit more expensive to do that restaurant package, but it's worth it. You really get your reserved area, but it's a lot of fun. Basically, just a little quick story about all these Disney characters that are fighting evil and stuff, and so you see a lot of characters are involved in this, so it's a lot of fun.
I cry every time. I literally cry.
So are there any of them that you think that we didn't hit on that they need to say that these are ones that maybe you don't personally like, but everybody
Should we go through the parks, like Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, I think going through the parks would be
Go for it.
easiest. Yeah. So you want to start with Magic Kingdom?
Sure.
Magic Kingdom, I think I'm getting too old. I can't do roller coasters anymore. But I really liked when I could ride it, Big Thunder Mountain. I always thought that was a lot of fun. If you have small children, I don't know why kids go crazy for it, but Peter Pan and Dumbo, kids love both of those rides. They both do have long lines, so you do want a fast pass, especially for Peter Pan, because it's like a 2-minute ride, and if you stand in line for even an hour, you will hate yourself. It's really cute. They take you in the pirate ship, so you're actually flying over everything. It's unique in that way, but it's such a short ride, I don't think it's worth the wait.
With Dumbo, what we did is we had my daughter wanted to do that, and we split up to where my wife would be in line with my daughter, and I'd be about 15, 20 people behind her. And so then when they got through, she'd hand me my daughter. The daughter would come to me, and then my wife would get in line. So we kept it going because we wanted to do it over and over again, and we could cut the weight down that way.
Right.
What else we got?
Space Mountain.
Oh, yeah,
the
Space
three
Mountain.
mountains like Splash, Space, and Thunder. Those are the big ones.
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
It's cute.
You probably need to do it once if you haven't done
It's a small world.
it. No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
I will-
Absolutely not.
I will say for a good break from the heat, or if you need to sit down, maybe take a nap, the Carousel of Progress. It's one of Walt Disney's original rides that was at the 1964 World's Fair in New York. My dad doesn't let me forget it because he rode that ride at the 64 World's Fair. But it is really cute. They kind of go from late 1800s to modern times, we'll say. And my family gets such a kick out of the fact that everyone in that ride ages except for the dad. He actually gets younger. So somehow that's how it works.
So the tragedy of all this is that now I got Small World in my head because you brought it up. So